Welcome everyone to episode 7 of Bits and Breaches. I'm Mira, and with me is 7th DI CEO Josh Holloway. Today we are looking at this massive surge in something called device code phishing. And let's unpack this because the wild part is that attackers aren't even hacking your password anymore. They are literally tricking you into surrendering the keys on a real legitimate Microsoft login page.
Exactly. I mean, it completely flips our standard security advice on its head.
Totally.
For years, we've been telling people, check the URL, make sure it actually says Microsoft, look for the padlock, right?
That's the basic advice.
Right. But victims are already doing all that. They're logging into the real official Microsoft website.
It's really confusing. If the page is real, how do hackers still get in?
Well, it exploits this thing called the OAuth 2.0 device authorization grant flow.
Okay, that sounds super technical.
It does, but you've probably used it before. For example, like when you set up a streaming app on your smart TV.
Right, because typing a long password with a TV remote is just, awful.
Exactly. So instead, the TV gives you a short code. You grab your phone to go to a Microsoft page, enter the code, and boom, the TV gets access.
So the attacker is basically pretending to be that smart TV. It's like someone giving you a real delivery slip for a package, but when you sign it, you're actually signing over the deed to your house.
That is a perfect analogy. The attacker initiates the login on their end, generates that code, and then emails it to you disguised as something urgent. The email tells you to go to the real Microsoft device login page and enter the code to read the document.
And since it's the real Microsoft site, you just do it.
Right? And when you do this, you're actually telling Microsoft to give valid access tokens to the attacker's device.
Wow, so they are just instantly in?
They're in, and they get what's called a refresh token, which gives them persistent access. They can just sit inside your email, your calendar, your cloud files for months without you having to log in again.
But this OAuth thing isn't a new feature at all. So why are we seeing this massive explosion this year?
What's fascinating here is the explosive growth of the phishing-as-a-service platform.
Oh, so like renting a hacker toolkit?
Exactly. Kits like Evil Tokens or Tycoon 2FA are mass-producing this infrastructure, so low-skilled criminals can just rent the capability.
But shouldn't our automated security scanners, like the enterprise tools we use, catch these fake links before they even reach our inboxes?
You'd think so, but the real reason for the surge is how advanced these kits have become at hiding. Take Tycoon 2FA, for example.
Right, that's the kit that actually survived the recent major international law enforcement takedown.
Yeah, it survived because it's incredibly evasive. Tycoon 2FA actually abuses legitimate, trustworthy click-tracking URLs to bypass the initial email filter.
Wait, trust is like the actual security tool?
Yes, the scanners already trust the trustworthy domain as a safe tool, so they just let the link right through.
That is wild, so it just rides in on the back of a trusted security tool.
Yeah, and by the time that link redirects through all this obfuscated JavaScript to the actual malicious payload, the scanner has already stopped looking.
Okay, but what if an organization has a really aggressive AI crawler, like one that follows the redirect all the way to the very end?
The kit actively fights back. It maintains a constantly updated block list of security vendors.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it analyzes incoming traffic to detect VPN's AI crawlers analysis sandboxes.
So it's basically scanning the scanners.
Exactly. And if it senses a security scanner scanning the link, it immediately redirects the request to a harmless Microsoft page.
Sneaky.
Very. It only drops the fake capture and the malicious code lure once it completely verifies that a real human is on the other end.
So if the automated scanners are literally blind to this because of those block lists, that leaves the user as the only line of defense against a real Microsoft login page. So what does this all mean for us?
You can and really should disable this device code flow at the network level if your organization doesn't absolutely need it.
How do we actually do that?
The best way is through conditional access policies on your accounts and by keeping a very close eye on your logs. You want to look for unexpected device code, authentications, or tokens being issued to unusual IP addresses. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it highlights a massive shift in the landscape, with technical perimeters getting harder to breach. Hackers are realizing that human psychology is becoming the main vulnerability.
And it really makes you think. I mean, if hackers are seamlessly turning our own convenience features into invisible weapons, what other everyday quality of life tech shortcuts are just quietly waiting to be weaponized against us? That's all for today's episode of Bits and Breaches. Follow us for more tech insights, and we will see you next time.